really important on senior night.
Not just Hall, but Chase Hunter, who just missed that three, also playing his final game here. We mentioned Starling's been playing well, and he gets the scoring started with a 3-ball. Also playing his final game in Little John is the man with the ball who just bounced past it inside, Joseph Girard, the former Syracuse star, and Ian Schieffelin has a chance for a 3-point play.
That's where I think Clemson has got to continue to go, early and often.
Couldn't get it to fall. Here comes Girard. Going past his old teammate, now finding P.J. Hall.
Great job by Hall to shape up on the drive, have his feet set.
Almost half of their shots coming from three, which is not typically the way Clemson operates. The way Syracuse has operated has been in large part because of the great play of Malik Brown, who gets a bucket there.
Screens and dives every single time. Great hands, catches, keeps the ball high.
Here's Hall for three.
Nerves are gone, by the way, Reese.
Now Hunter has it in the corner. The flyby, and Hall's left alone. He'll shot fake, get into the lane, and score. Clemson's made 4 of its last 5. Kick back from Girard. There's Hall again for 3.
Have yourself a night, kid.
Girard. Bucket.
Need a timeout.
Injured much of this year. That last 3 by Girard, I mentioned his 153rd consecutive start. Sean, the first 123 of those came for Syracuse against Syracuse from the free throw line. Needed 18, got 18 in that win. What a move by Mintz to put in the bucket. Old school kind of game. I think like really dating myself, but Earl Monroe or somebody, just kind of showing the ball to everybody and then putting it in.
And you made the last 2 buckets. Now you get an opportunity to really establish your defense and how you want to play the position-wise.
Counting down the shot clock for Hall, and why not? That's a dozen for PJ.
And go back in the zone. They've played a little bit man-to-man. They've gone to the zone, shorter bench. The zone has been good at keeping out of foul trouble. Their rotation's been pretty good.
Jack Clark, no P.J. Hall yet. Syracuse has offset a lot of its rebounding woes by getting steals, which they've been great at. And it certainly helps when Quadir Copeland can come off the bench and knock down a 3, his first points of the evening. For years and years, obviously played it exclusively. Now the cross-court pass. Chase Hunter going to try it again, and there it is. The senior has a 3-ball, his first bucket.
But you're right. I mean, you go back to it, and you go back to it, though, with purpose. And I think that's what Red Autry has done here with incorporating more of that zone as the season's gone along. We say, is he a 3-level scorer? He's a 2.5-level scorer. I give him a half from beyond the arc.
He's going to get better at that, too, I think, as he goes along. Shooting right around 30%. Think about that. Where the shots are coming from. Brown the kick out. Starling shakes Dylan Hunter, and J.J. Starling. The great Ben Winterroad, who is the SID here at Clemson, who let us know, hey, Smoking Pig's closed on Tuesday, but I believe I can help get you guys something if you like it. We were, yes, please.
One of the biggest keys so far in the game has been only 1 turnover for Clemson. You mentioned how, oh, look at that.
Look, are you kidding me? The bucket.
Judah's attack. And that's one of the things that he does as well as any guard in the country. How aggressive you have to be to get to the free throw line that many times. And how many times your body hits the floor and you've got to get back up and do it all over again.
Chase Hunter. So it's not as if they haven't been good. They certainly have.
You said McDonough. Do you want to add the other 75 play-by-play guys that work at ESPN that came from Newhouse? I always feel added pressure when we do a Syracuse game because I know every single one of our play-by-play guys is watching it.
And half of our executives. Ooh, Mintz slipped on the floor. Hope he's okay. Good job just not to travel. Copeland with a nifty move, and he scooped it underneath Wiggins and scored. Chase down Chase Hunter. Now Hunter gets to the elbow. Hall, this time spins right past Brown and scores. You want to nitpick P.J. Hall's first half. He missed a free throw where he'd have 20 already. Steal from Jack Clark working on Starling. And it'll be goaltending
for Syracuse, which means they're forcing them to play one-on-one. And the more one-on-one you get your opponents to play, the better off it is.
P.J. Hall, what a half he has had. The lead is 10, and P.J. is now up to 21 in the first half. 9 of 12 from the floor. The high handoff, and finishing is Malik Brown.
And watch this on the screen. You're going to see No, it's not Judah Mintz, actually, that set that screen. He's sitting on the bench, and he's still clapping.
He's had a really good first half. He was a big reason why Syracuse got back in this thing after the way Clemson started. And
Clemson is going to go to the locker room feeling very good about how patient they were and how they got almost everything they wanted. And that is emblematic of the first 20 minutes right there.
Chase Hunter with the dunk off the feed from Schieffelin. And he has his senior night moment, and the Tigers are up by a dozen. Moralizing finish as the Tigers finish on a 12-2 run.
A great screen by P.J. Hall getting the rim.
Only 4 assists for the Orange. Quadir Copeland came off the bench, had a nice first half. Syracuse at one point got the game back to within 2 as Judah Mintz gets them off to a really good start because Clemson finished that first half on a 12-2 run. Did a couple of those in the first half. Now the Orange trying to claw their way back within single digits. Man, it's nice and soft. Oh, Girard was wide open, and Schieffelin, the former high school quarterback, couldn't quite pull the trigger on the pass. Chase Hunter for 3.
You can see it gets swung multiple sides of the floor, right? First side, second side, third side offense. Force that possession to be stagnant just by punching the ball away.
And there's a steal. Beautiful anticipation from Brown to get that pass. Third turnover. Now Mintz ducks inside. Hall and the little finger roll. Judah Mintz showing all of the creative tricks. Schieffelin's got Taylor buried and decides not to shoot it. Girard will. And Joe Girard.
Pretty good list.
Starling lets it fly. Foot on the line. Calling it a 2. Stay in the fight here. Schieffelin lines it up. 3 ball for Ian Schieffelin. One of the things about Clemson this year, for all of the good wins and for the improvement, there have been a few losses mixed in that you kind of scratch your head and go, how did that happen? This is an explosive offensive team that can get points in bunches. Shot clock is getting deep. Clark, plenty of time, takes his time, and knocks down the 3. Jack Clark.
You just mentioned Clark hadn't scored. He's done a lot of other things right. Coming off that piece with his grandfather. He might have heard you and said, okay, Reese, I got a 3 for you.
Give you a little extra time before that gauntlet in the ACC tournament. This Quadir Copeland in Syracuse remains scorching. Syracuse showing they understand this newfangled man-to-man defense as Clark goes in and scores again. You think that's the thing that will end up costing them in the tournament?
I do. Because one off night by one of those guys in the starting lineup, all of a sudden now you get exposed a little bit. How much does that change as far as rotation, how they are able to defend? He goes to the bench and opens up things around the rim.
Girard answers, and Red Autry's seen that before and didn't like seeing it that time. Syracuse with a chance to have its best conference winning percentage in a decade. How about a spinning inside bucket from Chauncey Wiggins? Wiggins driving again on Bell.
Same spot.
Spins back. This time couldn't go. Schieffelin with his 11th board. Puts it up and in. You have Salas as newcomer of the year.
I do.
In the ACC. Here's Mintz. They need a bucket. Judah tried to give it to him. Instead, Malik Brown on the follow.
Because everybody's going to go with him, right? He's the known on the scouting report. You have an awareness of where he is. There'll be space to get offensive rebounds.
Chase Hunter knew it.
Half of games and so efficient in their scoring that they needed to have a 60% type second half. They've done that. The bigger problem, though, for them is their opponents shot 67% from the field here in the second half.
Got that short jumper to go. Hall looking for his first 2 of the second half, and he's got it.
And finishes.
Mintz to Quadir Copeland, who scoops it up again.
Copeland's going, we'll review that. That's not a foul. This isn't the NBA. There's no button to push on the sideline that says, hey, let's review it.
Quadir would have to settle for his 3rd foul, and his old teammate, Joe Girard, might just have a 4-point play.
Every single time, Syracuse has made a little bit of a run, got it close. Clemson has come back with the answer. Senior that's wanting to go out the right way.
For all the emotion in the building, they didn't stop Malik Brown from just going right to the bucket.
In the non-con, you start thinking this is a team that could easily advance in the NCAA tournament.
Schieffelin has 14 and 12, and Mintz now has 19. Hall down to Schieffelin. Got a little bulk on Copeland. Can he get the shot up? He can, and he scores. Copeland's got to let it fly. He does. Just in time, beats the clock, and it's a 3-ball, and it's back to 10. This time they beat the pressure. Hall's by himself, and PJ, thank you very much.
If you're going to press, you beat the press by pressuring the press to score.
Copeland, not this time. Chase Hunter running ahead of the defense.
To speed up, you press to create turnovers. But at times when you get beat, was unable to create turnovers. And Clemson was feasting. The press worked really good that one time.
Catch running out and dunk. Huff hits another 3. It's his second of the night. Touches on this one in the final 2 minutes, and it rolled out. So 11-point game, just under 2. Syracuse is going to score quickly. They've got a chance, and Cuff does his third 3, and it's back to an 8. Brownell wanting everybody to spread out. Let Hunter go to work on Bell. Goes by him and lays it in.
When they make shots, they are extremely dangerous because you know what you're going to get on the interior. And when they're hitting threes, that margin starts to expand out a little bit more, and this is a team that could be a second weekend team in the NCAA tournament.